cardiovascular system, or circulatory system. This system is also called transportation system. The cardiovascular system has three major structures: heart, blood vessels, and blood. Let's discuss heart. Here I draw the structure. This is superior vena cava, and this is inferior vena cava. This is aorta, largest artery. Right atrium, left atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle, this is pulmonary artery, to right lung, this is pulmonary artery, to left lung, These are pulmonary vein. From right lung these are pulmonary veins. From left lung these are atrioventricular bulb. Tricuspid bulb. Bicuspid bulb. Mitral valve. The human heart is a muscular pumping organ. It pumps blood throughout the body. It is located in the middle of chest cavity, slightly left to the sternum or breastbone. The heart is protected by a pericardium, which are dense connective tissue, and it consists of 4 hollow chambers, upper 2 thin-walled right atrium and left atrium, and lower 2 thick-walled ventricles. Why the atrium are thin-walled? Because they just have to push the blood to the ventricles, while the ventricles are thick-walled because they have to pump the blood out of the heart. How it happens? The deoxygenated blood from the body enters to the superior vena cava and inferior vena cava to the right atrium, then from right atrium to the right ventricle. This deoxygenated blood then enters to the pulmonary artery to the lungs for oxygenation. After oxygenation, the oxygenated blood enters to the pulmonary veins. From lungs, the oxygenated blood enters from pulmonary vein to the left atrium, then to the left ventricle. This left ventricle pushes the blood to the aorta and then from aorta to all body parts. This is all about the heart, the function of heart. Let's discuss blood. The blood is a connective tissue. It is a fluid that supplies oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and essential substance to our body. It also played its role to transport waste out of the body. What are the components of blood? The blood is composed of plasma and blood cells. The plasma constitutes 55% of blood, while the 45% blood cells. Plasma itself consists of 92% water, while 8% carbon dioxide, glucose, fats, vitamins. The blood cells are of three types: red blood cells or erythrocytes, white blood cells or leukocytes, platelets or thrombocytes. The red blood cells are flattened disc-shaped structure. They contain hemoglobin, which is a protein, and have iron, so that they carry oxygen and transport it to different body parts. Now, WBCs, white blood cells or leukocytes, they provide defensive mechanism by phagocytosis. They are also called soldiers of our body. The WBCs are of leukocytes, neutrophils, basophils, and eosinophils. Platelets or thrombocytes. These platelets provide clotting in our body in certain accidental condition. How they provide clotting? By converting fibrinogen, which is a soluble protein, into fibrin in soluble form. This is all about blood. Let's come to the blood vessels. Blood vessels are the network of tubes that circulates blood. Blood vessels are of three types: arteries, veins, capillaries. Here we draw the structure. This is artery, capillary, vein. Most of the vessels contain three layers: which is called tunic, that surrounds the lumen. Now what is lumen? Lumen is the area through which the blood flows. Now artery. Artery is the blood vessels which circulate or transfer the oxygenated blood. They are thick walled and they have three groups: elastic artery, muscular artery, and arterioles. Elastic artery contain more elastin, and they are thick so that they can bear more pressure. They are present in heart like aorta. Muscular artery is present in our organs, in our organ sites, and most of the arteries are muscular artery. They deliver blood to specific organ. They are more abundant in our body. Arterioles. Arterioles are the small branches of artery. They are linked up to the capillaries. The diameter of artery is 4 mm, while the diameter of arterioles is 10 micrometer. Now capillary. Capillaries are smallest blood vessels. They are 5 to 8 micrometer in diameter. The arterioles are break up into capillaries. As you can see here, the artery is further branched into arterioles, and then these arterioles are linked up to the capillaries. These capillaries have direct connection to the body tissues. Direct connection to the body tissues. They are thin walled. These capillaries are break up into venules, which are 20 micrometer in diameter. These venules are then combined and form a larger structure, which is a vein. The diameter of venule, as I told you, 20 micrometer, while the diameter of vein is 5 millimeter. The veins supply, carry deoxygenated blood. The veins have valve in order to resist backward flow of blood. The only pulmonary vein, as I told you in heart, only pulmonary vein transport oxygenated blood to heart, while all veins in our body carries deoxygenated blood. The pulmonary artery here I mentioned pulmonary vein carry oxygenated blood to heart. While pulmonary artery carry deoxygenated blood to heart. This is all about the cardiovascular system